Morning guys, how are we doing? So, I've changed my programming. Why have I done that? Well, basically, I've been looking for next year to actually possibly compete again. So I was looking at what competitions are out there, what qualifiers there were, and trying to decide which federation I was going to lift in. And I've decided that I'm actually going to lift in the ABPU. So that's the British Powerlifting Union, but it's the drug tested side. So that means that the first competition I'm looking at is actually a qualifiers, and the qualifiers I'm looking at is in February. Now, ideally for my training and my peaking, I want 12 weeks to actually get ready to compete. So that's 3 sets of a 4-week cycle. Now, it's not going to be the same 4-week cycle I've been doing up until now. Obviously, up until now, what I was doing was 8 6s and 3s. So that's a bit of a mixture of a hypertrophy and a strength and power training, all together in one, or 1 week after the other. Now, that's one way to periodise your training, but another way that I'm actually going to be doing now is I'm going to be a bit more specific to the lifts that I'm going to have to be doing. So I'm actually going to be fully squatting twice a week, I'm going to be fully benching twice a week, and I'll be deadlifting twice a week, although one of them will be a lighter, almost speed day, because obviously deadlifts are more taxing than the other lifts. So what I'll be doing with them is I'll be roughly working in the 6 to 4 rep range to actually build some strength, and I'll be working between 70 and 85%. So unlike last time where I was actually doing 3-week waves and I was doing all the lifts the same each week and just altering the reps and the intensity throughout them, what I'm doing this time is to actually accommodate the increased fatigue and the increased lifts, as I say, squatting twice, benching twice, deadlifting twice. I will actually be waiving the lifts within the weeks as well. So rather than doing all low, all medium, all high, I'm actually going to be doing I'll be doing a low squat 1 week for my first session, and then a medium squat later in the week, then a high squat the following week. But in the same week I'll be doing a high deadlift, and then a low deadlift, and then a medium deadlift, and my bench will be a medium, high, low. So they're actually varying within the weeks as well. So I'll never be doing every single lift on the highest, I won't be doing every single lift on the lowest. So that will allow me to be a bit fresher between the lifts as well. Because obviously training, you may train your deadlift one day, you may train your squat one day, you may train your bench one day. However, obviously put together, you don't train in a vacuum. All those lifts do affect the other lifts, and they will affect how you can train the other days. So what I'm doing for the next 2 weeks is I'm actually going to be trialling this. I'm going to be testing it out, seeing how it works, seeing if I've got enough volume in the training sessions, that sort of stuff. At the end of the 2 weeks, I should have an idea about that. I should have an idea on what assistance and accessory work I might need to do, if any, and I'll be able to then have a deload at the end of the 2 weeks, and following that I'll have a 12-week cycle leading up to the competition. So that's the plan, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be documenting what I'm doing, recording my training sessions as before, letting you know if there's any changes, any tweaks, anything that I've altered from the original plan, and hopefully everything could go to plan, and we'll have a good comp in February. So hope you all have a good week. I will speak to you later on, and any questions, comments, just let me know.